Here are 5 tips to improve your SAT score today. So whether you're taking a PSAT or the SAT, this will help you look good for colleges, get into the colleges you want to get into, and you get free money to go to college. You get financial aid, and if you stack up enough financial aid, they will literally pay you to go to college. So these tests are very important. You gotta lock in, gotta make sure you study, gotta make sure you do all these things. So tip number 1, every answer is objective on the SAT. So basically what that means is there's gonna be one specific right answer. So every other answer is gonna be wrong. And obviously, there's always gonna be one right answer. But how this helped me on the reading section is like, if you're stuck between 2 answers, instead of worrying about, oh man, I don't know which one is right, just focus on, okay, one of these has to be wrong. There has to be something in the answer that makes it wrong. It'll help you answer the questions better because there is no 2 right answers in no part of the test. There has to be one definitive answer, and they can't make it like, oh, it could be either or. So when you're stuck between 2, instead of focusing on which answer you think is better, focus on which answer is more wrong, because then you know the other one has to be more right. It has to be better. So that might seem like common knowledge, but some tests have subjective answers. Like, depending on how you look at it, you could say this one is right, or you could say this one is right. But that is the good thing about the SAT, is that there's always going to be one true objectively right answer. So that'll help you with the reading section. The math section, obviously 2 + 2 is 4. There's always only going to be one answer for that. The whole test is multiple choice between 4 answers. Reading and writing, they're both objective. They're both objective, so there's no subjective answers. So that helped me a lot in my test. All right, number 2, do not just flag answers and move on. So you might be like, all my teachers told me to flag my answers. So I know all our teachers say, oh, if you don't know the answer, just flag it and go to the next one. But the problem with that is the SAT is timed. So if you get to the end of the test, if you're like getting to the end of the test, you flag the question and the test just ends on you, you can't go back and answer that question, which means you're losing out on free points, literally free points. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you come across something too complicated or too long, don't spend more than 2 minutes on it, but choose C first and then flag the question and go on. Because if you don't make a guess, then you're missing out on free points. Like, you're not gonna get penalized for guessing the wrong answer. Whether you guess the wrong answer or you don't answer at all, you're still not getting no type of points. So it's better to guess C, because it's statistically C is the best guess you can give. So that's my lucky guess. It's gonna be your lucky guess too. You're gonna click C and then you're gonna flag it and you're gonna go to the next one. And you're not missing out on free points. And then you can go back to it. You see that you flagged it, you go back to it. If you run out of time, at least you answered it. You don't have to stress out about, oh, I gotta go back and answer this, as long as you have the guess. And also manage your time. There's a time limit, and you probably wanna spend no more than a minute on these questions. So if you see that like, oh yeah, this is gonna take me a little bit, just go on to the next one. It's better to guess, flag it, go to the next one, and then you can knock out 10 easy questions. It's better to, instead of wasting 10 minutes on one big question and then you miss out on the free ones because you ran out of time, it's better to guess C, flag the question, go on to the next, and you can get free, easy 10 questions right there that you can answer real quick. And yeah, you guessed that one. If you got that one wrong, it doesn't really matter because you just got 10 questions that you might have missed out on if you would have spent all your time doing that one long question. So that's why you wanna, don't just flag, make sure you guess C, flag, and then go to the next one. Now make sure to subscribe, because I will be going in depth in these videos and showing you on the actual SAT test like how you can do these things, but it's not that hard. Now the next tip, use Desmos for the math section. You're gonna have Desmos on the math section for every question. You're gonna have Desmos for every question. So anytime you're just guessing like, dang, I don't know, do I use this, do I use that, I'm gonna show y'all right now. So boom, we're here in Desmos. So let's just say they just give you an easy question. 2 + 2 is 4. Let's just say, boom, you just forgot what 2 + 2 is, right? You literally put 2 + 2 equals, or I don't even got to put it equals. It's just there for me. 2 + 2 = 4. It's not that hard. And so they're gonna give you functions too, probably. So it'll say like, oh, f(x) = 3x² + 17. Maybe they're like, okay, find when x, let's just say they say x = 5. You can literally put f when x is 5, and right there, 92. It just gave me the answer right there. So you don't even have to really do any type of math. And another thing I think math teachers do wrong is try to give us all these formulas to memorize and stuff. I think it's better to just understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. But you know, they want us to memorize all these formulas. Like, I'm just trying to memorize Rex V2s and Che's lyrics for real. Like, so for a quick tip, like let's say standard deviation. If y'all know how to do a standard deviation, then teach me, man. Cause look, you go right here, STDEV, right there, right? I'm gonna put a parentheses, and now I'm gonna put a set of numbers. Just put a set of numbers, parentheses at the end. It literally gives me the standard deviation right there. So if you have a standard deviation question, free points. They literally, you can just type it right here in Desmos. On the SAT, you can do this. You can just put STDEV and it'll give you that. Let's say you don't know how to do the mean or something. You can literally just put mean. It gives you the mean right there. And if you wanted the median, it literally, you just put median and you get the same thing. The math section is just really easy. Like, they give you a whole calculator. You need help with any of that, it's right there for you. All right, now number 4, what helped me improve my score like over 100 points, take practice tests. You can literally take official SAT practice tests. You don't have to pay for them, free resources. And the perfect thing about these is they measure your score, so they'll tell you what your score is. You get to see every question you got wrong, so you'll be able to be like, okay, I got this wrong. Let me see how to fix this. And what did I get wrong here? How did I get this wrong? Whatever. You can literally see all of that by taking a practice test. The practice test helped me so much, and the only downside to this is you have to sit just for like 2 hours. Like 2 hours, just sit at your computer or your laptop, just sit there and just test for 2 hours. You have to be like in a testing environment. You can't have no distractions, maybe a water bottle next to you, but you just got to sit there and thug it out for 2 hours, bro. But I promise you that will be the best thing that you can do, because you can literally measure exactly where you're at. Take a practice test so you know, okay, this is where I'm at, this is how I can improve. You can see your starting point, so it doesn't matter. You could take a practice test and get the lowest score possible, and it's still gonna be good for you, because you can still look back and be like, dang, okay, this is where I started, and this, you can see your improvements live action. Now me, I only had 1 week to study for the SAT, and I surpassed my goals, so I did great. When I took my first practice test, it was not where it needed to be, but I kept taking practice tests, and I literally seen my progress just keep going up. So make sure you stay tuned, because I'm gonna be giving y'all all the tips how I improved mine from my first practice score to my actual score. I'm gonna show y'all how to get scholarships, all of that. I'm also gonna leave a Discord in the description, so if y'all wanna join, great community, no judgment in there. We just gonna have positive vibes. Like around tomorrow, we're gonna be doing a live stream, and I'm just gonna be helping y'all one-on-one. So be sure to tune in. I'm gonna be able to help y'all. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. You don't have to be smart to do good on the SAT. I'm gonna be real with y'all. You don't have to be super smart. You just have to put a little bit of work in, just a little bit of work, and you will see the results, and you will get paid for it. Like, if y'all like making money and y'all want to go to college, this is free money. So just make sure y'all do y'all best, and I will be helping you along the way, making sure that you do your best. Now, last but not least, get enough rest. Now, this may just sound like cliche, but it is a true tip. One of the biggest things I've struggled with is getting enough sleep. Get at least 8 hours. Some people say 7 to 9, at least 8. You need at least 8 hours every night, because you can't learn, you can't grow, bro, without sleeping. When you sleep, that's when your brain starts making connections, your body grows, your body relaxes. You need enough sleep. And along with sleep, you need to eat too. You don't want to be taking a test and you're like dozing off, or you're taking the test and you're like, dang man, I'm hungry, I want some pizza right now. No, make sure you eat enough, make sure you sleep enough, make sure you do all of that. Depending on the time you got the test, make sure you eat breakfast, make sure you get enough sleep the night before. If you need to take some melatonins the night before you take the test to make sure you go to sleep, then you can do that too. Just make sure you're well rested. And rest doesn't just mean sleeping in bed. Like, you have to rest your brain too. Don't be taking 10 practice tests the day before the test. Your brain is gonna be overworked. Don't do none of that. If anything, the day before the test, you probably shouldn't even take no type of practice test. You should just take a mental break for your brain. So just make sure you're well rested. Don't overwork yourself, but that doesn't mean you just sit there and just don't try at all and don't study and don't do nothing for your SAT, because then what are you doing? You're not resting from nothing. You're not doing anything. So make sure you practice, make sure you get enough rest, make sure you eat enough, and make sure you're prepared when you take this test. Make sure you're focused, don't stress out about it. You can always retake the SAT, so really don't stress out about it. But that is all I have for you guys today. Make sure to join the Discord in the description. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications. I will be uploading in-depth videos on each section. I'll make sure to explain all the different types of questions they got for y'all. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.